So before we get into your awesome TMNT documentary,
welcome in.
How did you get started in the Ninja Turtle comic collection?
Gosh, I think it was probably 1985, probably just a year or two after the first issues. And I was a big Spider-Man fan. I used to go to my local comic shop.
How we doing, everybody? Ryan, what's up, my man?
Turtles on the wall. You know, those first
I just got done doing an interview. Now I'm doing a show. And then I've got that other interview lined up. It's going to be a busy couple. It's going to be fun.
They were always on the wall. And as soon as, like, maybe issue
got some new inventory, some new slabs, a couple other heavy hitters today.
Maybe find those issues. And then, you know, I started reading them, and I'd be like,
what up, Adam? How you doing, my dude?
But
I just got on and did an interview with Shellonomics. I posted it in the Discord, but I'm going to post it around our social and stuff after as well. It's pretty good. About talked to some Ninja Turtles, talked about our community, sang our praises about how awesome our community is. And kind of like, you know, talk about like how to build a whatnot, which the way I did it is not the way most people do it, but that's, you know, hopefully help somebody. Oh, living the dream.
So I know I didn't
awesome.
See him initially then, but it would have been just a year or two later. So
as a Ninja Turtle fan, in regards to having all these comics, I'll just put chime in because what were your thoughts also on the first movie? Because they said that was more true to the comic fans. I was born in '84, so you got a little bit of
hey, listen, everyone's got a different dream they're living. That's still a good dream to be living. So we're going to take this first appearance of Casey Jones down. We're going to put up this other appearance of Casey Jones.
Archie and
it's a sketch. It's not an appearance.
Popularity, and they were, you know, especially with Playmates toys. But they weren't the turtles that I knew since, you know, 85, 86, since I started reading.
Oh, nice, dude.
Turtles were violent. They were black and white. They didn't have colored bandanas. So
yeah, I threw a couple heavy hitters in the collection. I've been doing some thinking about how I'm going to change this collection around, and there's some stuff that some people are going to luck out. Put it to you that way. My reorganization will be someone's gain.
That's probably my favorite
Isn't he did a great job? I love that he did the red in the mouth and the blue in the eyes. That's what originally drew me to it.
I love this story. But I like the movie. Like the movie was.
And it comes with the protective case too. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've seen him do like this face, this like several times. Yeah, he does it pretty quickly. But yeah, the blue and the red I thought was super cool. This is the Error Edition color special. Oh, no worries, man. I don't, you know, this stuff can sit forever. I always put up heavy hitters and then I sell through them in a couple shows and then I'm like, oh. Not that I'm not happy to sell stuff. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was pretty cool being on Shellonomics. This is cool. He's interviewing Rich Horn, who's the guy who had the negatives that he made the 40th anniversary reproductions. Pretty cool. Yeah, it talks a lot about us, a lot about kind of my whatnot strategy, which is just chill and build community, and then a little bit about my history in Ninja Turtles. It was a really good show. Let me know what you guys think. We're gonna try to do some more of those sort of things to help promote us and stuff. I got that other one lined up with that other guy. That's gonna be fun.
Like I'm sure you would agree. Did you still know who each turtle was without the colored headbands and the?
Absolutely. Like within the first, I would say, 6 months of me reading the first Turtles book, which I think my first #1 that I got was a 4th printing, and it was signed by Kevin and Peter on the cover.
Yeah, gonna be cool. And the other dude wants to. I thought was gonna chew my ear off, just based on that one post. No, he ended up being pretty chill. And wants to do an interview.
Like the whole first issue to me was always
Next month.
intriguing because it
Yeah.
seemed like a beginning, middle, and
Yeah, I even told him straight up. I was like, dude, based on what you said, like the full disclosure, I don't like this, and this. I was like,
they just killed it.
I was 100% sure you were just gonna like reach out to me about
Like,
AI.
I was
He was like, no, man, I wouldn't do that. I was like, okay, cool.
like 2 through 4.
Yeah, just the way he kind of put it, like he made it seem like he was was his purpose in reaching out to me.
That's really where I guess that's why the Mirage turtles always like even my shirt, right? Like this. These are the turtles that I love, right? Like the red bandanas, and you know to know who they were at the time. Like when you're reading the comics, you had to pay attention to the weapon. You didn't have any color. They didn't even have red bandanas at that time, right? Like it was just truly black and white. So you know, I associated all that.
Be able to run through some of this new stuff. If it doesn't catch anyone's fancy, probably do a little bit of a shorter show tonight. Not going to run through everything, but I wanted to show off what we just listed.
I remember going like this. That was always my favorite.
And of course, if we're hanging and vibing, I'll stay on forever. But you know, figured I'll do the slabs, a little bit of the rack. We do have Peter Laird's signed Leonardo up for grabs today, among just a little spoily among some other things.
I was really kind of confused. I remember as a kid, you just going, that's
It's
interesting.
9.8 white pages, Michelangelo micro.
That's why I love the black and white. Like, honestly, it's what I started reading. And I think that's the way it is with anything, right? Like, when you get into something, that's what sticks in your brain. And then, you know, the Turtles have evolved for years and years, and I like every iteration of the Turtles. Like, there's no iteration I'm like, I hate it. There's some I
Yes, sir.
and there's some I like less. But I like everyone's take on the Turtles. But when the Turtles became mainstream,
It's listed. It's here.
Like Eastman and Laird. To me was Turtles.
I may be able to. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get some other stuff from him signed, so I'm going to let that one go. Of course, joke will be on me, and I won't be able to get it signed. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to meet up with him here in the coming months. Dude, feel free to make an offer on it, man. I'm not super firm on it.
The same way we've talked about this plenty of times on Telenomics here on YouTube and Spotify. Whereas you know I grew up in the Fred Wolf era, and as you can tell, that era has not died. They still have them, but it's not the same passion and animation. Like you say, you respect them. Again, it's in Turtles.
We do have a graded of each of the micro series, varying grades. Mikey was the best.
Yeah, totally
we had the Raph, the Rapsonado.
It felt like it was meant for older people, like not. I wouldn't say adults, but I mean it wasn't meant for kids. Like right from the get-go, I felt like I was reading a comic that was pretty adult, and I felt older. So I'm 11, 12 when I'm reading it, and I feel like, hey, this is cool. I'm reading a adult comic. And then the Archie stuff comes out, and I'm like, okay, well, this is clearly made for children.
Big jump up. So, you said earlier you're a big Spider-Man fan, and as you know, back in the day, there was the comic store in regards to sport. If you were to rate the, I guess, like, as an age for the Ninja Turtles original comic, what age would you rank it? On your own opinion.
The very first issue?
Yes. First one, yeah, where Shredder dies, and he asks him, and Neil gives him a chance to kill himself.
I mean, so would I
fourth print number 1, 96.
80s?
That's a great question. Yes, I would say, because that's right. It was a different era back then. We were a little bit more, not as uptight as we are now.
So remember, go back and watch a couple movies from the 80s. So Gremlins.
Yeah, I actually didn't expect Shalonomics to post the video so soon. So like I said, this might end up being a little bit of a shorter one, more of like a preview of the stuff that I just listed, kind of thing. Here's the Leo. If you want a closer look at the signature, you go.
Like when I showed my kids the movies I loved in the 80s and I rewatched it with them when they're 10, I was like,
you got a little turtle head there.
Oh my god.
I was like, but I want to promote that and share that around. So I might dip and do some. I've been doing so much community stuff. I'm having so much fun with it, and then like I kind of remember that I'm also a retail operation. But hey, This is, I wasn't supposed to do this show. My scheduled show's tomorrow, so this is a bonus show.
It would be more of a rated R. Today, it's probably 13 plus, right? Like, I don't think, I mean, any rated R movie I go to now, there's like 10-year-old kids in there. And I'm like, who are these people bringing their kids to these movies? I'm like, there's like heads rolling down the stairs. But, so I think it was more though, at the time it came out, which made it feel kind of cooler, because it's an independent comic, and it was pretty, I mean, in 40 pages, you've got like tons of blood, you've got like murders, you've got like an assault on a woman, right? Like, right? There's so much in there that isn't really meant for younger kids. But then we're like, hey kids, take a look at Turtles #1 now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit here, and like you said, you were collecting still during high school. But what was your calling to say, you know what, I kind of just want to have all of them? And can you elaborate a little more on all of them? We're talking, do you get the variant issues, or do you also get the trade novels?
Yeah. So, kind of the nature of collecting started for me when, let's
Put
say,
that in a
I
special
can't
spot.
remember the exact issue, but it was around issue 7 to 11 that I started reading the comics. But
This one's signed by Steve Levine with a little turtle head sketch at the top left there.
every time I found one, you'd be like, oh my gosh, issue number 6. The crazy part is I'd never seen issue 6, and I didn't even know what the cover looked like, right? So if I was in a comic shop and I saw Turtles #6 or even 5, like I still remember that rush of being like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen this cover. And the like second printings would come out, like issue like 7 or maybe like some of the other issues, and I just would be, I'd be enamored by the covers. So I would buy them, right, thinking I'd never see them again. Like honestly thinking they were the rarest thing in the world. And only because I wanted to compare them to my first printing, or maybe because I hadn't even seen issue 5. But then after a while, I realized I'd go into a comic shop and they said,
And it was funny during the interview. You guys will probably get a kick out of it. There's a couple times where he's like, says something about a book, and I'm like, oh, and I like run across the room, and I'm like, you mean this book? it was a lot of fun.
So let's say I was missing, issue 9 or issue 10.
I got volume 1, number 1, and then volume 2, 1 through 4, Turtle Soup, if anyone's interested in that too. So volume 1, number 1.
I didn't set out to collect them.
That's new today too.
Once I got them all, I didn't get the first printing until I was
3 and 4.
in my 20s. But other than that, I wanted to keep track of what I was missing and tried to search. So it was kind of like the hunt, and that's what started the collection.
I want to ask you a little more about this hunt, because again, this is a different era here, ladies and gentlemen. We're to 2025. You got eBay, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. When you started this journey, you didn't have that except for that big, thick phone book to find out where the comic shops were. So, did you enjoy that hunt a little bit more? Was it more satisfying?
The volume 213 error. They stapled it backwards. Woohoo!
I actually enjoyed it more.
Sunshine Clinical White gives 2 shades whiter teeth, 24/7 sensitivity protection.
Of course, let me know if there's anything you guys want me to run. If you guys have any offers, if there's anything in mind. Look at you. You've been to 5 shows. Congratulations. Thought you could sneak in there, but now you're a Rewards Club member.
I went to Men's Warehouse for bowling appropriate clothes.
How you doing, dude? Good to see you.
Pepperoni Crazy Puffs and Mountain Dew Mango Rush together for just $4.99. Everyone wants in on this deal. What is this? Mountain Dew Mango Rush Hour? Yes, it is. Try the Crazy Puffs great combo.
Totally cool. You're on Facebook, right? Jim Lawson's on Facebook. You could reach out to him about that stuff. I know he still got them. No one was buying them. It was a big old stack of pages.
decision will be behind a lovely treasure. The untold true story of D-Day. Only theaters May 29th.
But it's a little bit too easy to just send an email to someone or some of my very rare items I found while
Not much, just chilling. I just ran through the new stuff we had that I just listed today. It's not a ton of stuff, but it's all like good stuff. So I got some different slabs in there. I've got slabs for every micro series from Mirage, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo. Got the Peter Laird signed Leonardo listed now. I've got a Casey head sketch from Eastman signed with a COA. I've got the stuff I listed last week. Obviously, like these are harder to find. I have this Error edition, graded, all sorts of fun stuff. I was basically hopping on, running through the new stuff real quick, and I'm probably going to hop off, just do a short show. I'll be back, obviously, tomorrow morning for the regular Saturday morning show, running through everything. But I figured I'd let the Discord know this was going to happen ahead of time. I'd give everyone a sneak peek. If they wanted to snag anything, they could. And if not, I get to keep it, which is fine by me.
It was all newsprint. It has a smell.
But I could run through that stuff real quick again. And then, of course, if anyone has any requests, like I said, I'll run through the rack probably, but probably not going to go through all the long boxes today. Just, like I said, more just to say hey to you guys, show you got some new stuff here. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow morning. But Curly, I was saying, if you're on Facebook, Jim Lawson's on Facebook. You can just reach out to him, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to talk to you about those pages. Is what I was talking about.
So, what's your game plan? How you organize all your comics? Because again, like you say in your documentary, which we're going to talk about.
I'm telling you, man, I'm pretty sure they're only like $50 to $100 for those pages. Like there's all sorts of like turtles and Casey's, and like it was. What does Abyss sound right? I can't remember what it was for. What fan project it was for, but it was for a fan project.
All my graded issues, which I don't do a ton of grading, but I do grade a lot of my very rare stuff. This is more for protection. That stuff all goes in its own Pelican case. So I have custom foam designed for those, and so they go in there, so they're protected in there. But the rest of the issues in my collection, they all get put into Rubbermaid, like magazine containers. It's kind of hard to describe. But they get stacked in there, and so they go front to back. So, when you have...
I do have volume 4, but I've got first print number 1, and
they all lean to the right.
I don't think I have any of the ones you're looking for.
But they don't do that.
I'm asking $350 right now, but I'm open to offers.
So you alternate them, then they stack.
Let me double check the volume 4 real quick there, Batmark.
Put them in a Rubbermaid, like maybe 30 to 35 comics.
Yeah, I've got 1, 5, 17, and 19 right now.
They'd be stacked. 4 Rubbermaids on one side and 4 of the smaller Rubbermaids on the other. And then there's 8 in that, and then it gets so in the middle of that, to keep the bins separated, I'll either do.
We do have graded copies of the whole micro series. We've got a Michelangelo 9.8, Donnie 9.2, Leo's the lowest, he's 8.5. Sad face.
Hardcovers in the middle of those boxes wrapped in bubble wrap, just to maximize space. So it's a lot of books.
And do you still, now, as a collector, do you actually still read the books before you store them away? Because there are so many crossovers, and
I read them all. I read them all digitally.
Oh, okay.
I don't. The only time I really open any of the actual issues would be if I want to see.
We do have that Peter Laird signed Leonardo. If you're gonna have him sign something, that's the book.
This is my comic book store, so I usually order all the books. They come in about a week before the release date, and so let's say IDW hasn't sent me the covers for an issue, or sometimes I'll look inside to see if the covers are accurate. But I usually get the digital pre-release copies from IDW the week the same week that the issues arrive. So yeah, I read everything digitally. So
it is a little bit more, I would say, just easier to read that for sure. That way it keeps the condition of your comics a little bit less, you know. Even though you're not going to read it when you don't butter on your fingers, but keep it more in a mint condition.
Yeah, so I've got a.
I really love the layout. You have your own blog, a little bit about yourself.
Leonardo Micro Series, signed by Peter there. A little turtle head there.
yeah, so that started. As
Like I said, that is an issue that he did. So if you're gonna have him sign one, that's probably the one to do. Any purely original artwork? No. No. We could have got some a couple weeks ago, but not. Nope. Just the signature there.
And I had actually scanned all the covers.
If you're looking for that, you should check out Shellback Artwork. Steve Jett tends to have that stuff off and on.
Picture of what a cover looked like.
Shellback Artwork's on Facebook.
And then I got to thinking,
He tends to dig that stuff up most commonly these days.
A whole database of all Turtles books that have ever existed.
And he had a little book with some Peter art at the event we were at a couple weeks ago. We were running at an event, selling turtle stuff
what my collection looked like.
through whatnot.
What it looked like. And then it kind of evolved into a little more when IDW took over publishing, because there was so much to keep up with. You know, back in the Mirage days, when let's say Turtles Volume 4, number 18 came out, it was one book, one cover. Like, there's not much to keep track of. But then IDW comes along, and then Turtles number 1, Volume 5, right? It's like 100 covers. So it seemed like something that I needed to keep track of them anyway. So I thought, why not build a website where I could keep track of all the covers, and then also include all those covers in my database, so that the database is fully accurate every week. I keep it up to date, and the release dates. That came from unreliable release dates, pretty much from Diamond, from everybody. They're all unreliable.
True
you
that.
never go to one source of truth for release dates. And I felt like I knew how to kind of navigate the comic industry. So I just started keeping track of the actual release dates. And like Diamond will post a release date of, let's say, July 3rd. And then you'll see somewhere else it's July 10th, whatever. I actually do tons of research to try to find out what the actual release date is. And some of that involves just direct contact with IDW. I have a great relationship with multiple people at IDW. And so sometimes I can't figure it out. I'm like, listen, I've got 5 release dates for one issue, and I'll just email them. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's going to be August 12th. And then there you go. And so everyone else will see it as all these other dates, and then they'll be like, but Rich has it as August 12th. And I think it's starting to gain some momentum where people are like, but if Rich has it as August 12th, because I really do strive to keep them up to date. So,
well, us Turtle fans appreciate that, Rich. A prime example is being recorded May 25th.
You guys want to see something funny?
There's a lot of
I don't know how many of you guys are still here, but see, like Shredder's arm right there on that. But check this out. I'm pretty sure they reused that art for this toy box. Shredder's arm. I'm sure they reused that asset.
And like you say, there's 5 or 10 different things. So
yeah. Well, also remember that like IDW is notorious for saying August, right? And it'll be like October. So all I can do is just keep up with what I find online. But just today, Boom Studios announced Power Rangers Turtles number Volume 3. So I actually was just finishing up getting that post ready to go live. It'll probably go live tomorrow. Solicitations will be out tonight. So I got to get all the pictures downloaded. But it's a ton of work. like it is a ton of work every week. But usually every 4 weeks when the new solicitations come out, it's a good day or two of trying to get the site updated. But I think people think it's pretty seamless.
Yeah. I know for a fact that Mirage, definitely reused assets for sure, like that, and stuff that they were doing.
I just like simple, click a website, let me found any, you can get to it. There's no Ninja Turtles jumping at you, doing karate action. It's just get there, get what you need, easy clickable links,
and there's no ads.
Yes, that was actually
I hope you guys watched my Shellonomics episode. It was just posted. I'm wearing a dope turtle shirt.
They always annoyed me.
Representing the community.
Really wanted to create a website.
Talked a lot about, kind of the way we do things over here. And
you can come onto my site and nothing's tracking you. There's no
awesome.
Stuff popping up in the sidebar. That stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to be more about whatnot things or turtle things. It ended up being kind of more whatnot things. I was kind of had to a couple points be like, oh, well, not everyone does it this way. It's just kind of the way I do it, but you know what I mean?
I've said this a lot about anybody I've met in the turtle community, whether it's the toys, video games, the comics.
You're in the Discord, aren't you, Brad?
It's just a great fandom, and let's talk a little bit more about the fandom here, where Rich has actually given us a fantastic gift. So you got this site, and then eventually,
I thought you were in the Discord. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's the best 10 minutes you'll spend this Memorial Day weekend, I guarantee. If you're able to check it out, we're not going to spoil everything, but I just want to know a little bit more as to what inspired you.
Oh, dude, you didn't miss it. I literally just filmed it right before this show. I ended doing that, and then I came on here because I listed these books, and then he was like, "Are you ready to go?" And I was like, "Oh, yep, ready to go." And then yeah, I just figured I'd run this after. Yeah, are you in the Discord? I put a link in the Discord. In the looking for updates channel, the news channel, basically. But if you're not in the Discord, let me see if it'll let me send it to you here.
Yeah. So.
I'll try to send you to you on a PM on whatnot. Give me 2 seconds.
On the actual pages of comic books, and that's how they would make comic books for years and years back until the digital age. So when you had a film camera back in 60s, 70s, and 80s, and you took a picture, it was on a roll of film, and that's what a negative is. It gets developed, and so when we're just talking black and white, everything you see on the page printed on a book that's black would be white.
Yeah, you are. Your slice of wrath.
Everything that's,
if you look in the Discord, the link's in there, but I'll send it to you on whatnot too, in the message.
So
but don't forget to check in the Discord. We do giveaways and stuff. I'm always hanging out in there, posting links to funny things.
On a photosensitive plate, right? Or photosensitive paper, right? So when you'd probably see old movies.
There you go. I just sent you the link on whatnot on your personal messages.
Hanging them up, right? Well, what they did is they run those negatives through, and then they're turning them into a positive image on photosensitive paper. So these negatives of the turtles are the exact opposites of what you see printed on the page. So every page that had the black and white is just reversed. So seeing those, I knew that they had some significance. I had actually worked.
Oh, no worries, brother.
So I knew that this probably had to have some kind of purpose.
Sunken crab.
Anyway, I spent so much time on.
Are you referring to Raphael Bad Moon Rising? This one here? That's not a book. That's a print. Is this what you're referring to? Yeah, that's just a print from New Hampshire. That's a print of an old magazine that was released when Turtles first came out called Reports. Yeah. It's just my little decoration. It was a gift from a friend.
What is it about Chamberlain University that makes our nursing students so successful? The opportunity to learn from anywhere with support that comes from everywhere. That's what you can expect from the #1 largest nursing school in the country, Chamberlain University.
Sensitive teeth are vulnerable. They need special care. Try new Sensodyne Clinical Repair today.
And voila, I'm a hot mess. But with Canva, I just trim out the chaos in the timeline.
Oh no! Sorry, man. Yeah, I just posted some goodies today. I probably won't be running too long. I'll be back on tomorrow morning. We'll see how long this stuff lasts. I expect not super long. Hopefully you can get some. You're not the only person to say that. I do have bad timing with that.
And then I had them for a couple years, and then I thought, man, it's kind of a shame that they're just sitting in this box. But I knew, like, so if you ever go and you want to see an X-ray, so an X-ray is like a negative, right? So you see people put an X-ray of someone's broken bone up. You see the doctor put it up on that thing. That's essentially what a negative film is. It's like that. It's real, like, wobbly. But these negatives were all laid out, and they were arranged so that they were, some were upside down.
1 second, guys. Let me make sure.
And I proved that if you folded those in a certain way, they would produce Ninja Turtles #1 in the exact orientation. And I actually have that on my website. If you go read some of the articles, in one of the articles, I have a downloadable PDF that you can take and print out and follow the instructions on there. And you can make yourself a tiny little miniature Ninja Turtles #1. But it'll show you how you take those. That's what
Yeah, guys, short show today. Probably do another 10 minutes or so. We will be back for a full show tomorrow morning. This was just kind of a preview show of the stuff I listed today. Put some heavy hitters up there. Got graded versions of all the micro series, including this Mikey 9.8 White Pages. We have a Peter Laird signed Leonardo. Listed some other Mirage books, like some Turtle Soup. We have a Kevin Eastman, Casey Jones sketch. Some other odds and ends. There'll be a few more things listed for tomorrow morning's show, so definitely, if you haven't given us a follow already, do that. Be sure to check us out. Like I said, this is just kind of a quick pop-up, showing off some new stuff.
And I started doing research if they could be used to be printed.
Oh, awesome, dude. Congrats.
And pretty much everywhere I went was no, technology doesn't exist.
I'm about to get some more, so that's why I'm going to let that orange one go.
So pretty much doors closed everywhere. But I kept researching, and I kind of found that it might be possible if you had the right, if you could get the right connection, right? Like if someone that knew of these old GOS community presses being in existence somewhere, someone that could do the negative scanning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I actually took the negatives out east. I think it was, where are we? We're 25. So that was,
congrats, dude.
The end of 2023. And I was at Rhode Island Comic Con. And I remember Rhode Island Comic Con did not say, they said they didn't have room for my negatives exhibit.
Steve Levine had some at the event we were at a couple weeks ago.
I was actually bringing them out anyway.
Yeah, I think he was asking 300 or 400 for them.
They didn't want them set up. I was really frustrated about it. And I had maybe...
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I've only got the Krang right now. The Krang Jetpack exclusive, and that's #1.
Next year, 2024 is going to be the 40th anniversary of Ninja Turtles #1. And I think it's the perfect time. We try to do a reprint of #1, but not just any reprint. We do it from the negatives. We do it on newsprint. And I mean, it was almost a universal no from IDW. They were like, it's too expensive. It's, unfeasible.
Being negative about the negatives.
It was really frustrating because that was my only inroads. And then, so I got pretty frustrated about that. But so I'm at Rhode Island Comic Con, November 2023, and I'm actually working with Kevin Eastman at that show, and they introduced me to a guy, and his name was Jeff Whitman. And Jeff Whitman was an executive at Paramount. And he is pretty much the guy in the green lights projects for, comic books. And Jeff was just the coolest guy. And he like I say, he's an executive, but I mean, if you meet Jeff, you would think he's just a normal con attendee. Right? Like, he was down to earth. Like, he was super.
Yeah, that retailer incentive, that one's awesome.
And so we just started chatting, and I kind of pitched to him.
Yeah, that retailer incentive is dope. I like it a lot.
Thinking about taking these negatives that I have and making a number one, but we do it on newsprint. We essentially.
And this is the error edition of this color special, graded 9.2. What's up, Tyrone? Good to see you, dude.
I love that idea more than
Just doing a quick one, showing off some of the new stuff we listed. We'll be back tomorrow morning. But got some graded Mirage, all the micro series, the fourth print #1, Casey Jones head sketch, signed Leonardo micro series by Peter Laird. All sorts of fun stuff.
You are holding on to like the Ark of the Covenant Turtles stuff. And he's like, you know your stuff.
We're watching Shellonomics. I actually just did an interview with him. He just posted it.
So that's where
Talked about our project and our community and how awesome we all are.
Create this one book, so it's a license to create the books and the prints and the things all associated with it. And so he greenlit that project remember April of 2024 was the 40th anniversary, so I had 3 months to get this project done. And as it was insane.
Still getting over that cold.
To overcome. But you asked about the licensing. That's where it comes from. So I have a license from Paramount through IDW to publish these books.
There it is.
Gosh. And then, so when you talked to the Paramount person, how did you come up with, you know what? I also want to film just a little cool, special way, like your gift to us fans to see this actually being printed. So how did the documentary Final First actually come to a head? How'd you guys come up with the name? I'm pretty sure it's an easy way to get that name in there.
And this will come with the protective case, too.
So the documentary is Final First Edition. Right? That's the name of it. And so how that came about was simply me asking a company or basically inquiring of videographers. Let me
It's a
start.
cool one.
When I knew this project was going to happen, I knew I
Do
had
about
to
another
take
5
the
minutes or
negatives.
so, guys, and then I'm going to wrap it up and do some social work for us. Going to post around our new Shellonomics video.
But I knew if I was going to take that journey.
But I will be back at our regularly scheduled time tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for a Saturday morning show.
And I set out to get
And who knows, I may even pop up later on tonight if I get bored. So
company in Maine, because I didn't want to hire one in Colorado. I wanted to hire one where I was going to end up. And all I asked them was, when I go out and I'm scanning these negatives and we have them all out and we're doing all the printing stuff, I just want someone to take pictures and get some video of all this happening for posterity, for history. But not.
I am addicted to Whatnot shows, that's for sure.
That wasn't where it started. I contacted a couple companies. I heard back from pretty much no one. And then I heard back from
Dude, it's funny. He asked me a question on an interview, and you'll see it.
a company I
He goes,
contacted.
everyone's got their secret, kind of thing. And he says, everyone's got like their secret, how much time they spend working on stuff outside of, like your shows or whatever. And he goes, how much time do you spend like on this stuff? And I was like, pretty much all the time. Like I spent like all night last night working on the website. And like this morning I like listed stuff. And like when I'm doing my day job, if there's nothing going on, I'll like work on my Whatnot stuff. I was like, I'm just gonna keep working on it until I stop having fun with it, man. Like that's pretty much what I do with my spare time. Yeah.
So his price.
I hang out with my cool turtle friends and run turtle books, and watch turtle stuff.
We actually
That's how we do.
decided that wasn't going to work. And so I kept searching. And then about a week later, I got an email from him, and he said, I can't stop thinking about this project. He's like, this is the coolest project I've ever heard of. Like, he's like, I keep thinking that you're going to find someone that isn't going to do it justice, and I'm going to see it, and I'm going to be like, I could have done
Absolutely, dude. I
so
live by that.
we negotiated some terms, and
100%.
we decided we'd go forward with it, and we would do a true documentary.
100%.
Not full length. It was just going to be like 10, 15 minutes, but it was going to be better.
All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out for this short show. We will see you tomorrow morning. Definitely go to lookingfortmnt.com. The same way my name is spelled. You connect to all our community channels. We do giveaways out of our Discord, all sorts of fun stuff, and with more fun stuff on the way. Lots of stuff planned for this year. So give us a follow. Great to see you guys. Bradham, awesome to see you. Lesson Jason, always good to see you, dude. Tyrell, thanks for popping in. Sunken Crab, sorry for the circumstances, but hopefully I still have some books when you get paid. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let's see, is anyone to raid today? Here we go. Looking for TMNT, trying to raid somebody. Never works out.
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months, 10 minutes, for 10 minutes finish that. This is incredible.
Oh, I can't even. I
No, there's no one. All right, I love you guys. See you next time.